This video will discuss the different types of funding mechanisms or award instruments that sponsors use to fund award agreements. Contracts are legally binding agreements that provide support for research or other activities in return for a set statement of work or deliverables. Contracts may be issued on a fixed-based or cost-reimbursable payment basis. In a contract, the sponsor usually defines the scope of work and what they want the recipient to do. A grant is a legally binding financial assistance mechanism to support the conduct of research or other activities as described in a general scope of work. With a grant, there is a larger research question, and the principal investigator defines the scope of work. There is no substantial involvement from the sponsor and minimal deliverables, mostly consisting of reports. Grants are often issued on a cost-reimbursable payment basis. A cooperative agreement is a legally binding financial assistance mechanism that supports the conduct of research or other activities as described in a general scope of work, where the sponsor remains involved in the project during its performance. A cooperative agreement is similar to a grant, but the sponsor has substantial involvement in the project. A subaward is an agreement to a third-party entity to fund a portion of the scope of work of an extramurally funded award. Subawards are issued under grants and cooperative agreements and are generally issued on a cost-reimbursable payment basis. A subcontract is an agreement under a prime contract to another entity, also known as a pass-through entity or flow-through entity, that provides support to another entity for research or other activities in return for a set statement of work or deliverables. Subcontracts are issued under contracts and may be issued on a cost-reimbursable or fixed-based payment basis. A multiple campus agreement, or MCA, is an agreement between two UC campuses that transfers a substantive portion of a project under a primary award. This may be a grant, cooperative agreement, or contract from one UC campus to another UC campus. An other transaction agreement, or OTA, is a legally binding instrument that may be used to engage industry and academia for a broad range of research and prototyping activities. OTAs are typically defined by what they are not. They are not standard procurement contracts, grants, or cooperative agreements. As such, they are generally not subject to the federal laws and regulations that apply to government procurement contracts. An OTA may be issued on a cost-reimbursable or fixed payment basis. In summary, sponsors use various funding mechanisms to issue award agreements. A contract is an agreement to provide support for research or other activities in return for a set statement of work or deliverables. With a contract, the sponsor generally defines the scope of work and what the recipient must do. A grant is a financial assistance mechanism to support the conduct of research or other activities as described in a general scope of work. With a grant, there is a larger research question and the principal investigator defines the scope of work. A cooperative agreement is similar to a grant but includes substantial involvement from the sponsor. A subaward is a third-party agreement to fund a portion of the scope of work of the prime award and includes subgrants. Subcontracts are issued under a contract for a third party to perform research or activities in return for a set statement of work or deliverables. Multiple campus agreements, or MCAs, are agreements between two UC campuses that transfer a substantive portion of a project under a prime award from one UC campus to another. An other transaction agreement, or OTA, is a legally binding instrument that may be used to engage industry and academia for a broad range of research and prototyping activities. It is important to work with the Office of Contract and Grant Administration when submitting proposals or receiving awards for contracts, grants, cooperative agreements, subawards, MCAs, and OTAs.